All right, we are on our next episode of NAFter Hours. I'm excited to talk with my friend Bob Hailey out of our Oregon Clackamas office. And Bob has been with us for 7 years and really exciting times. Really want to bring him on today's episode. Not as he's somebody that's newer to the organization, but somebody who is succeeding and has been here and seen some of the change within the organization. Bob recently, this last month as well too, was our #1 producer. Congratulations
Thank
in the
you.
entire division, which is nice job done, and on track as well too for President's Council later this year. So lots of good stuff happening in your world, Bob. I know that you're really passionate about a few different things as we've gotten a chance to know each other over the last few months. One, I know that you're committed to your community. Two, I know that you're passionate about educating your customers and helping to provide solutions for those around you. And three, which I would love for you to dive a little bit deeper into, is your passion towards helping buyers relocate. I think you're licensed in 7 states. And so
Yes.
talk to us a little bit more about that, Bob.
Yeah. I appreciate the accolades. Me and my team work really hard, and we're grinding this year, but it's been a great year. So we love the support that NAF gives us and the freedom to be able to go after business. So relocation is something that many people talk about that really don't understand how it works. It's really its own demographic. It's very specialized. The folks that are relocating have a very, very quick timeline. So, they've got to move. There's a job that's waiting for them. They got to move their family. They got to sell their house. There's a lot of moving parts with that. And with NAF's relocation division that I'm kind of working with, it's really something that enhances our plethora of abilities with our bridge loan and our NAF Cash product, just being able to help people transition smoothly and get to that new job, get their families settled. It's just a passion I have. It's where I started in the business, a long, long time ago, was in relocation. So I've got a unique perspective there, and it's a focus that I'm definitely involved in heavily.
Yeah, you spoke to a couple different products, including our NAV Cash, which allow us to buy before people sell. And I think when people are relocating, a lot of times that's a great solution. So
Huge.
just
Yeah.
just to provide
Same
some
with the bridge. Same with the bridge. I
exactly.
like the bridge loan. It minimizes costs and still accomplishes what they need to have happen for that quick move. So it's a great product.
Yeah, so up in the Clackamas market of Oregon, I know that close by is a booming market in Vancouver, Washington, which you've been doing plenty of loans there, but it's on the surge. Talk to us about what's happening up there.
Yeah, Vancouver has really, really taken a forefront of expansion. I mean, you look at the waterfront down there in downtown Vancouver, they've just blown up. A lot of high-rise condos, great restaurants, great wineries, just tasting rooms, just a lot of expansion there. And now it's moving down Highway 14 down towards Camish and Washougal, and there's some great new developments that are happening, some on the waterfront, some on the overlook, some on the cliffs, but a huge amount of expansion for retail locations as well as housing. So it's exciting times in Vancouver and Camas, and I think there's a huge migration of people that are moving, not just from Portland across the river, but all over the country. We're seeing a huge boom, and home prices have continued to go up, and I think it's just a highly desired area.
Absolutely. No, I remember you offered me the opportunity to come up. We had some dinner right there on the water, and it was just beautiful development. You can see that there's a lot of investment towards that market particular, and I'm excited because I know that you're looking to try to grow and expand into that market. So for those of us tuning in today and watching, obviously if you're interested in learning a little bit more about NAF, Bob is growing into that market and happy to take a look at how he can help you grow your career. Um,
Oh,
Bob, I know we're limited on time in regards to LinkedIn here as we promote this channel, but you've been in NAF for 7 years. You've seen a lot of change. I would hope a lot of it's for the positive. I want to just know, maybe one or two things that you've really felt like has really changed within the organization that was a lot different from when you started.
Yeah, I mean, I think the expansion of technology has been dramatic. That is an ever-changing world, and in the mortgage space, it's very important to stay on top of that. AI has changed everybody's world, but it's something that we take seriously and make sure we're on the forefront of connecting with clients, making it easier for clients. And I love that about NAF. They're always changing their technology platforms to make sure we've got the latest and greatest. I do believe that our ops division, our ops department, it just doesn't get any better. I've been doing this for 37 years, and I've never worked for a company that makes doing loans so easy. Um, we are always thinking about making the process smoother and easier for the client, and the loan officers. I mean, our job is the hardest it's ever been. The amount of paperwork, the amount of hours, the amount of effort that it takes to get a client through the process. The industry's just changed, not just NAF. But we've made it easy, and I don't have to worry about my loans getting done on time. Most of the time, we're getting docs to title early. So that piece of what NAF does is unprecedented. And I love it's really what keeps me here. That our servicing, servicing our clients is huge. I constantly get calls and emails from clients that need help. I'm able to do that, which is massive. The relationship is solid and maintains with those clients that we service. So I think we just do everything as good as it can be done. It's ever changing, but we're moving right with it.
Yeah, no, I think that was good perspective. I don't think there's no perfect company, right, Bob? But we sure
Yeah.
as heck try to be, as perfect as possible. And you touched on a few things that I just want to, kind of conclude with. But one, you mentioned that our technology. We own companies like Bonzo, like MMI, like Experience.com, like MonitorBase. We built our own POS system, and all of these systems are talking to each other, and it does take time and investment like you mentioned, Bob. And so I'm looking forward to all that being rolled out as it's coming up in the upcoming weeks for all of us. And we've seen changes already starting to happen. And like you mentioned with operations, I mean, I have worked for many great companies and nothing like the support we have here. Obviously Lisa behind the scenes kind of being that Batwoman, so to speak, just solving all problems. But with that as well too, I do strongly believe that servicing, as you see that trigger leads are going to start to fall off in March of next year, and then with that as well too, companies are trying to buy servicing more and more today. They see the value. We've been committed to that for a very long time. We won JD Powers last year, which was very cool for us. And we really try to stay in front of our customers and make sure that they're happy and staying with New American Funding. So great, great points of view. Thank you for taking the time to join with me today and on our NAFter Hours call and promoting, you and yourself in that Clackamas market. If you're looking to grow in that Oregon, South Washington market, reach out to Bob, reach out to myself. We'll be happy to take a look under the hood where infinite possibilities can happen.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks,
Thanks,
Greg.
Bob.